Hello Libra, and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for February the 1st through to the 15th. We are in your fellow fire sign Aquarius season. So let's see what is coming up for you guys. Let's see, what information can we get for the beautiful Libras? This is a general reading, Libra. Just take what feels right, leave the rest. If it does really feel great, there is an extended reading. I'd love it if you come over to that. We always get more information and we look at the future beyond as well. So the link is in the description box below. I usually pin it to a comment. The Five of Swords has come up. Something, a conflict. Ooh, that may or may not... The timing of the resolution of it is coming in. Need for balance, more conflict. Okay, so the Page of Wands in the recent past, the 10 of Wands in the near future, the 6 of Swords, the 4 of Cups is coming up, the Knight of Swords is coming in for you. Oh, and the Knight of Pentacles, yeah. Slow and steady wins the race, I would say, and the 4 of Pentacles. You are building towards a foundation. Oh, with the Ace of Swords, there's some new ideas. Thank you, George. George is saying there's some clarity. You're gaining some clarity on something this fortnight, and a brilliant new idea might come in, but it is around resolving some kind of conflict in your life so that you can move forward, particularly in relation to making money and how that will work for you long term. So a long-term vision coming through, and I do see letting go of something here, letting go of a burden. So I'm going to start what you're leaving behind. Is this the 5 of Cups, Pluto, Scorpio? There has been a sense that there's been something deep emotionally that's been affecting you. It can be related to a loss, a disappointment, just a deep hurt. And this has been something you've been working with and living with for a while here. And it's actually time, this is part of an old identity, and it's actually coming up. It's time to let that go. And it's coming up from the depths. And so this is where this conflict is arising. It's coming in. The cycle has ended. And this can be challenging energy when it comes up, but it does come up because it doesn't want you to be carrying this energy around with you anymore. So there is a sense, with the Pluto Scorpio, it's all the themes around birth and death and rebirth. It's things are coming back around again. So this could be, interestingly, an issue that you had to deal with a very long time ago that could have hurt you, that's come back again. But the interesting thing with this energy coming back again to be looked at, and thank you, George, to be disassembled, is that it's actually giving you a second time around now to see and look at how you have grown as a soul. It's a very deeply personal energy. It's something you may not share with other people, but it's something that you may notice yourself. It's something that you might share with yourself. And it is an energy of seeing how far you've grown, and that now you've outgrown a situation. You no longer need it anymore, to see how you've healed and to actually understand really a cycle of soul growth that you've gone through here, Libra. So yeah, I do feel like this is something very deep, very personal that is coming back to you, only to really show you that you can now move beyond that. So if it does come up, I think it will affect you differently. This could be in the form of a person returning, or an old issue coming up again. So it just has a sense that this cycle is coming back around, and that's why this conflict has come up here with this 5 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. The message is that this it can be different for either of you. There might feel like there's this need to... I feel like there's some very direct information coming through here for you. There is a need to wanting to resolve this pretty quickly, to actually be able to move beyond this pretty quickly. Now, this can appear in different ways for some of you. This can actually be that you are forced to not dismiss it, that you are actually forced to look at it and process it rather than just flick it to the side and go, not you again, I'm not interested in you. So this Eight of Wands sometimes can slow things down, and it can send a message of things slowing down. Like it can be those days when the internet's not working. But I do feel like there is a sense that there's something coming to you, perhaps out of the blue as well, returning to you. And yeah, it's something that they're wanting you to look at, because they're wanting you to get that sense of how far you've come and how far you've grown as an individual, as a soul, and how far you've moved beyond that now. And so that's why, you know, these Temperance is coming in. This is a lovely Sagittarian energy. It's an energy of expansion in terms of the areas of your life that brings back emotional flow and balance. And this is what might be coming. This might be the theme that is kind of on your mind, that it's the thing most in front of you at this moment, is that this issue's come up and made you look at overall how things are flowing, how your life is balanced, and overall life balance. And it's affecting you on the core. I mean, balance is such a huge part of your sign, Libra, but it's a sense that that you can now expand out from yourself. I now feel this sense because I've found my inner balance, or I'm looking for my inner balance, themes around how you can bring in that inner balance. And it's related to letting go of this old pain, this old hurt, something someone's done to you or something someone said. It could be relate to anything. It can be an old debt. Be able to let that go, you're freeing yourself to expand. So it's beautiful energy, and you're reclaiming a part of yourself. A new path opens up, and I feel like there will be that will make it so, you know, I feel like you're getting this very deep perspective, a higher perspective of where you're at, and realizing that you can bring more of this expansion and balance into your life. Now, at the base, we have the Five of Wands. So this is the conflict again. This is happening very deep down. It's happening immediately. It's something that's been embedded within you, is the words that I was given. And it could be related to family. It could be related to a group dynamic where people were disagreeing, people didn't understand. It can be related to expectations from a collective, or even expectations of yourself. I'm getting very heavily trying to fit in. What parts of you don't fit into society, or what is there a black sheep of the family? Is that you, or is this related to this person that's coming back, or is this a part of you that you couldn't accept because it was too different from the norm? So there is this sense of breaking free of some kind of expectation that's placed on you, whether this is from family, friends, society, yourself. And this is the big theme, the deep down theme that's occurring here. And this person or this situation or whatever it is coming back to trigger that. So in order to be able to release it and to be able to see how far you've gone. So this is it. Like in the recent past, you've got the Page of Wands. So much in front of you. There's so many exciting things. There's an exciting project on the horizon, or a lot of exciting ideas and inspiration. Just at the beginning of something. Maybe you haven't actually started it yet, but it's feeling very hopeful. A lot of creativity coming through with this Page of Wands. It's seeing potential for something that you're wanting to embark upon, and they're just saying, "Yep, there is this amazing opportunity and positivity. There's just a few things to work out and release before stepping into that." Because if you went into this carrying this, it would be heavy. And that's what this Ten of Wands is. It would feel heavy. It would feel like you were dragging your tail, dragging your toes. It would feel like, I can't get motivated. I don't have the energy. There's something blocking me. And that's what's coming up in the near future. This Ten of Wands is not feeling like you can get to where it is, or it's a hard slog. You can't see where you're going because something is blocking you. And it's something that is kind of been a burden. It's been burdensome for you. It's stopped you from, it's kind of played havoc with your motivation, your desire, your energy to get things done, to do things. And it's time to let this go. And you're going to see that very, very clearly now, to be able to let this go, this burden that you've been carrying. around, and it is an emotional. It's letting go of some emotional debris. I do feel like it's a deeply emotional hurt that's coming in that you've carried around with you, and taken it on as a sense of almost identity for some of you. I'm getting that it's something that stopped you moving forward and stepping into your potential. So that's why I'm loving the fact that you're coming up as the Six of Swords. This is what you're coming up. You're wanting to make this move here. You're wanting to move beyond this. You're wanting to finally lay that to peace. This is the energy of just moving away from something that has moving from some emotional turmoil into some calm, a place of calm. And so this can be, you know, how this can manifest is that you can be wanting to move, for some of you, wanting to relocate, wanting to change jobs or move house or go traveling, or just move from an emotional state where you were finding it hard. It's hard to get going, hard to get moving. So, you know, it's an easier passage. Things have got to be easier. So this is actually, you know, really freeing yourself by saying, things have been harder and there's an easier way. There's a better way, and I'm going to find it, and I'm open to it and willing. So it's interesting because after I just said that, in your surroundings, you have the Four of Cups. So there is something you're not open to. There is something on offer here that you're not sure about. You are balking at. You're like, that doesn't feel like the right direction, the right path to me. I'm not sure if I should be taking that up. And that's because, you know, it is something that's come round again to you with this Four of Cups energy. I actually almost feel like some of you are going to someone's going to reach out to you. Someone might be wanting to apologize to you. Someone might be wanting to build a bridge. Someone might be wanting to reconnect. Something might be coming back to you that's been offered in the past. I keep getting something's coming back that's been offered in the past, and it's very much a case of, no, I'm not interested. Thank you very much. And it's something that maybe in the past you haven't been able to say no to, but now you have this higher perspective of how far you've come and how far you've grown, that you can say no to something. That doesn't work for me. No, that's not going to bring me peace. That's not going to bring me peace. That's not going to take me to where I want to go. It's all very focused on knowing where it is that you want to go and how you're going to get there, and understanding what's been blocking you, who's been blocking you, or what types of people or opportunities might be blocking you. And so, yeah, it's very much, I feel like there's a lot of clarity coming through. Something's being shed a light, a truth, a higher truth has come in. There's a lot of clarity with this Ace of Swords coming through about how to get and navigate, how to get to where it is you want to go and navigate some of these challenging situations that come up. And I actually feel like, again, in the past, this may have been more of a struggle when this came up. This time, I feel like you're going to glide through it a lot easily. So there is an opportunity to do something again and move away from it. I keep getting the flow. You know, we've got the need for something to flow, the need for your spirit to flow, your sense of connection to flow, your connection to your emotions, but also just connecting to who you are, who you truly are. So that seems really important. Again, hopes and fears, the Knight of Swords, there's this sense of wanting to deal with something or deal with something quickly or make some swift changes coming through here with this Knight of Swords. So there is, it's kind of interesting because I feel like you'll want to, it's the timing. There's so many different timelines in terms of the speed of how this is happening. So I feel like there's something in front of you that needs to be resolved, a conflict. And yes, you want to resolve that quickly, but the universe is also saying not without dismissing it. So yes, move on, but look at it. But then there's this other energy underlying that's coming through much slower, which is this Knight of Pentacles connected to this Four of Pentacles. And this is something that's happening on a much deeper level that is happening slowly. It's about your self-worth. It's about your self-worth, and you're claiming something. You're realizing that you are not the same person anymore. And you're never going to go back to accepting something that is second best for you. And now you've got this new sense of, well, you can step into this. These are all potential energies, like I said. You can step into this sense of, no, I'm not accepting that. I'm worth more than that. And this is something you're going to have with you for the rest of your life. And so once you step into a greater sense of self-worth, and this was all very much an emotional block that was blocking that. It had the effect of blocking the ability to take on projects or complete them or reach your potential, to feel motivated, to be wanting to do stuff. It just felt like a bit of an emotional funk that could come through, this energy that could come through and just kind of stop you from feeling inspired. This energy with the Knight of Pentacles, it's slow. It's a longer term vision. It's something that's going to be with you, moving slowly, grounding into you. And eventually you will see that you will attract more money with this energy. You will attract better situations, better relationships, better living places, however it appears for you, Libra. So let's pull a fairy card. Sorry, I just dropped my pen. So I just quickly with this Ace of Swords, the truth sets you free. The truth and clarity is so important here. Having a clear mind about something. And again, this is the element of air. I see this working very much with your sister sign, Aquarius. It's coming in, the air signs are just bringing in this beautiful clarity that is just, it's wonderful. It's beautiful energy that's coming through. So let's pull an intuitive message from the fairies for you, Libra. We have Tabira of the Waters, and you can see again it's this theme of the emotional flow, of the water flowing, of deep waters. They're saying that this runs deep. This emotion, that has come back to you, it can be like a wound, can come back to you, and it runs deep. And it's a sense that there was an emotional blockage, something had been blocked, or it was frozen. Something had been frozen, an emotion had been frozen, and now there's a chance for it to thaw, for your emotions to run freely now without that hurt there. So this is a lovely energy of spirit of forgiveness, of healing, deep healing that's coming through with this, and to be able to, actually, and again, having that perspective of being able to see how you've been hurt in the past, but to be able to move beyond that now. So very beautiful. Let's look at some animal spirit energy for you, Libra. So this hair. Okay. We have rabbit. Okay, and rabbit is really cute because it's very much about the cycle of where you've convinced yourself something wasn't going to work, or something bad was going to happen, or you just kind of gave up before you even started because you convinced yourself not to do it. Everything was going to go wrong, or this was going to happen, that was going to happen. And it's this self-prophesizing cycle. So it's kind of like you never actually get off the ground. You're just constantly in this state of almost paralyzed fear for some of you. But it really what it comes back down to is, what I'm getting is that a lot of things that you haven't started in the past, for whatever reason, you've been blocked, you haven't been able to get something off the ground. Now that's all being dismantled and changed. So you're going to be starting up new things, new ways of doing things, new ideas, things that are, that book that's been in the cover, in the drawer that has been there for 10 years that you need to dust off and look at again, the book you've written, something you started in the past that you never kind of got past even the initial idea is coming back to you. And there is this sense that you now have the opportunity to clear and heal what it is in order to step into this and make something of this. They're wanting you to do something with it. So it's, it's really amazing. I'm going to pull a positive affirmation card for you, Libra. I see my parents as tiny children who need love. That's so cute. So it might actually be very much related to childhood beliefs, to your parents. I'll read the back of it. It says, I have compassion for my parents' childhoods. I now know that I chose them because they were perfect for what I had to learn. I forgive them and set them free, and I set myself free. Wow, how powerful is that? Gosh. And that's why I feel like this this very deep emotional root that was blocking you, very much related to your family and parents. And that's why there's this beautiful opportunity here to forgive and let go of, because they're wanting you to step into something's coming back to you here that they're wanting you to step into. A new opportunity, new idea, new business. Not new, but it's old, but new ways of doing it. Moving forward. Okay, and we have the cat, beautiful cat. And actually, interestingly, I just got the words independence. Like cats are very independent. And it's interesting, I'm being shown the way cats relate to their own families. Like they're very dependent on them when they're little, but then they become very independent, when they get older. And I've got Stella and Star. They are actually brother and sister, the two cats that I have. And they're funny because they come together when they want to come together. And when they want their space, they're very clear about it, and they'll go to different rooms and they'll do their thing. And it's very much about understanding boundaries is very much what I'm getting with this, and space, that this can be redefining some boundaries around family, understanding, and especially related to your independence. So what they keep showing me is what Star will do with Stella is that if she's sitting in a spot he wants, he just comes up and boofs her, which is why I call him Boof. And it's kind of like saying being able to say what it is that you want, say what it is that you need, not necessarily having to please someone else or cower or bow to somebody else's desires or needs or wants. Like naturally we might want to please our parents or go, oh no, you have it, when really you want it. So it's about just finding that beautiful, delicate balance. And again, it comes back to that word balance, an expansion of balance in your life that will bring you more peace and happiness. So very interesting energies coming through for you, Libra. I think it's very beautiful, and it's exciting because I feel like this has been returned to you. Something is being returned to you in order to make something of it this time. So very exciting. So thank you so much for joining me, Libra. I'm going to take it over to the deep read now. We're going to look at the future beyond. We're going to get some more information. It's always really rich in depth of what you get. So I'd love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. We'll have a look at what this is that's coming through, because I feel like there's this amazing, strong potential coming through. So we'll have a look at that. There's usually more alternative storylines and narratives and timelines that come in. So the link is in the description box below, and I usually pin a comment. But if this is where we're leaving each other, Libra, thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, or leave a comment or share if you think this would help somebody, and take care. And it's beautiful energy, beautiful opportunity to, I just want to show you this that's actually sitting just before I leave, that's just sitting on the top there. I was saying, read this out. It says, I can release the past and forgive everyone. So there's very much a strong message of forgiveness. And if you do find it too hard to forgive, some people do things that is just very hard to forgive. You can bring that forgiveness to yourself and claim that for yourself so that they no longer have that energy over you. So thank you so much for joining me, Libra. Bye.